Hey guys, so welcome back to the Horoscope 101 channel. I'm Boy19 and it is my day today. It is Gore week. So I've got the movie that I'm going to be reviewing right here. But before that, I wanted to give a shout out to an event that I'm doing. I am hosting the UK premiere of Don't Go to the Reunion, which is a new independent slasher movie made by Slasher Studios. So I am hosting the premiere, the UK premiere, at a cinema near me in Glasgow, and it's going to be followed by Halloween. So here is the poster for it. You'll probably, if you live in Glasgow, you'll probably be seeing this, and if you have me on Facebook, you'll probably see it on Facebook as well. But yeah, it's on the 16th of November from 11 PM. I will leave ticket details and things on my Facebook fan page if you want to go see that. Also want to give a big shout out to Wasting Money 1. He gave our channel, Horoscope 101, he gave us a shout out. So John, thank you so much, buddy. You are an awesome guy and an awesome YouTuber. So yeah, I wanted to give you a little shout out back. So yeah, so anyway, so it's Gore week, as I said, and the movie I have chosen is 2005, Eli Roth, 2005, I'm pretty sure it's 2005, Hostel. This is the 2-disc edition. Got this for £7 and Blockbuster one day and randomly and got it. It was quite good for £7. So yeah, so you've got 2 discs there. Cool little slip cover, like kind of like a jail kind of thing. And then you've got the cover there. Alternative artwork to the normal one. I'm not sure if it's the same everywhere, but I'll try and put a poster, like I usually do. I'll try and remember to put a poster at the start of the normal artwork so you guys can see the difference. We've got the first disc there and the second disc there. Okay, so Hostel is the classic example of a gory movie. Now, as Trey Pacer says to me, we were talking on Facebook, he said to me it's not as gory as what it advertised. It is, but I'm pretty sure this version actually contains 2 versions of the film. I don't know, but I think it does anyway. I don't know whether it does or it doesn't. It's still gory. Got a story behind Hostel. I first seen Hostel when I was pretty young, when I shouldn't have been seeing it. It isn't 18, and I really terrified by this movie. It was a movie that I'd heard a lot about, but never really, it was a movie that I heard about, but I was too scared to watch. And when I finally watched it, I was not old enough to watch it, and it absolutely terrified me. It was the first really extremely gory. At that point, I'd seen Scream, I'd seen Halloween and stuff, but in terms of modern horror films, it was one of the first really extremely gory kind of Saw type kind of movie that I'd actually seen. And for someone who was like maybe 15, 16, I'm guessing I was around about that age. Obviously it's about right. It was a bit of a shock, going into it. Even though the thing like I said, I had seen other gory films, but I don't know if it's maybe like Scary Movie is comedy as well as gore kind of thing. And Zombieland is like comedy and gore and stuff, so I think the comedy kind of takes away from the gore a little bit, but this is like a serious movie, so I have that kind of connection with it, that every time I watch it I do still get that little nostalgic kind of fear factor thing when I watch it. It is a very intense movie. It's the best in the trilogy by far, obviously. The original usually is. Don't get me wrong, number 2 was actually really good. I really enjoyed number 2. Number 3 was watchable. I only watched it on Netflix. I'm really grateful that Netflix, in situations like that, when I'm curious to see a film that I know I don't want to buy or buy anytime soon. Like for example, like when I got this in Blockbuster, if I were to see Hostel free for like £1 or £2 in a charity shop or something, yes, I'd pick it up then, but I'm not in any hurry to get the third one, because I've seen it. Third one is good. Out of the 3 of them, I don't know what the goriest one is. I think the second one is worse, and I'll go on to tell you why I think that. But in terms of story-wise, the strongest story is the first one. And this is like the first of the kind of torture porn kind of movie that we all kind of I've grown to loathe, you know. And by now, people are getting quite bored of them now, but, you know, what can you do? That's the kind of thing that's in just now. Kind of like, you know, we kind of went through a phase of having those kind of movies like the way that we had, like the way that we have found footage movies now, you know, they're kind of getting a bit too repetitive and stuff like that. But anyway, Hostel is a fantastic movie and a great example of the Gore factor. If you love Gore, you'll love this movie. Like I said, the story is really solid for me anyway. It's about three friends who are backpacking across Eastern Europe. I'm guessing Eastern Europe, I don't know. I don't actually think that they say a place, and I maybe think that's because they're not trying to offend anyone, kind of thing. So I don't know if that's, you know, if that's right, but I'm guessing that they don't want to say anywhere specific in case they offend people. So yeah, and maybe they do, but I only watched this kind of last night on Netflix very quickly to kind of get my memory kind of you know, reminded of it. I didn't watch it all, you know, because I had a lot of college stuff to do, doing other things to do with, you know, the don't go to the reunion stuff. So I couldn't really watch it all, so I kind of watched it, kind of skimmed through it to kind of get my kind of memory refreshed of it. And it's one of those movies that every time you start it you want to watch it all, because I think that Eli Roth, like with Cabin Fever, which I only watched recently, and I will be reviewing that on my main channel round about Halloween time. I might do it before October, even though we've not got that long to October now. But anyway, I'll film it anyway, and that will probably be one of my first reviews that I'll have on my main channel for Halloween. Like with Cabin Fever, the suspense is there, the atmosphere is there the whole time in this film. This is a really gritty film. It is a modern film, but it doesn't glamorise or, you know, doesn't glamorise anything. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't interfere with, you know, it doesn't. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. My mind's obviously. Sorry for that noise in the background, by the way. It's one of those movies that I really, really, really do love. I think that it's a real kind of gem in the horror genre, and I really think that films like this, you know, you had Saw. I think Saw was Saw before this. Comment down below and let me know. I think Saw was before this, but I could be wrong. They could have been at the same time, or this might have been before Saw. I don't know. Anyway, Saw was right about the same time. We'll say that. For argument's sake, we'll just say it was roughly at the same time. So yeah, and I loved both of those movies. I thought that they were two gems, they're absolute amazing movies. The sequels, yeah. So anyway, so Hostel is an amazing movie. It's a great example of, yes, I was talking about the plot, like getting a bit off on a rant. So yeah, so the plot is three backpackers going across Eastern Europe. They come across this hostel, they stay there, and one by one they get taken away from the hostel. They think they're going somewhere, you know, like on a trip or whatever, to this place, this old museum wreck kind of place, and they are tortured, ultimately, by people who pay a lot of money to torture people, which is really sick. I think that's what happened. Is that right? Or do they get paid to torture people? Either they pay to torture people or they get paid to torture people. They didn't really make that clear. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Watch it and you'll find out. Little details like that, I need to watch it again, like all the way through to kind of, you know, kind of get that in my head. But I think it probably makes more sense to pay someone to torture them, to torture the people. I think that's it. But anyway, so yeah. And I really loved the thrill factor in this. It was a really thrilling movie. It wasn't like what I say, like Trey Pacer, Paul and I were talking on Facebook, and we were saying that it's not explicitly gory, but it's gory enough to get the point across of what these people are doing and what you know, what Eli Roth is trying to achieve with it. I don't know if this is based on I hope the fuck it's not based on true stories at all. But you know, it seems a bit too far-fetched to be a true story, but yet there's a lot of sick motherfuckers out there, so you never know. But I just absolutely love this movie. I think it's not a movie that I watch too often because I do still get a little bit nauseous when I watch it. It's not the nicest film to watch, especially after you've just eaten or before you just eat. don't watch it if you're going to be eating something. First time I watched this, I was actually sick, and this is going to be a spoiler here. At the scene where where what's his name? I don't know. Jay Hernandez? Is that his name? Yeah. Jay Hernandez. When his character, Paxton, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I remember that because Sarah Paxton's in the last house on the left. Her second name's Paxton, that's how I remember. That's a little stupid thing that I do, but that's how I remember his name. Paxton. When his character is like, cuts his friend's eye out of its socket, that was the scene that done it for me when I first watched it. To the point that I was physically sick. Not even kidding. Physically sick. Could not watch it after that. Took me about another 3-4 months after that to actually sit down and watch it. My cousin gave me a load of his DVD. I sat down and I watched it all the way through. When it got to that scene, I knew it was coming, so it wasn't as much of a shock the first time. Like I said, that was a spoiler. I did warn you guys, so don't complain. So I kind of knew that was coming, so it was a bit easier to handle second time round. And I really enjoyed it. I liked the story in it. Like I said, I know I keep saying that, but I think the story was really solid, and it's a really interesting story about how these naive young guys are trying to have this really amazing holiday and things go to shit basically. I want to briefly talk about the second movie. For me, and I think I've actually watched a couple of reviews of people who have actually said this as well, and even though I'll explain my reasons, and I'll explain, why. For some reason, in the second one it's girls who are getting tortured, and for some reason, maybe it's just me, but not saying it's nice to see guys getting tortured, that's horrible as it is, but to see young girls get tortured, especially young girls who are about my age, obviously not when it came out, but, I'm 21 now, in the movie they were about 21, between 19 and 21 I'm guessing. And it was slightly worse seeing girls get tortured and stuff, just because I don't like seeing anyone get tortured, whether it's guys or girls, but for some reason it just felt like I kind of got angry with the second one a bit more than what I did with the first one. I'm kind of like, that is just sick, because I feel like, I don't know if it was Eli Roth who done the second one, I think it might have been, I don't think he done the third. But I think he went a bit too far in the second one, I feel, and I think that I remember watching this in an interview, I might have got it wrong, that he said because it was girls and he knew people would be sensitive about that, he kind of wanted to go a bit further with it, and that's why it was so explicitly violent and gory, and I do think that that's his aim, which is I can see, it's a good thing to do, interesting thing to do, because that will be really sensitive to a lot of people, and I'm not trying to offend any girls, by saying that, that anything like you can't handle it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's bad enough seeing, guys getting tortured, but when you have these young girls who are completely innocent, completely, just, a bit naive, a bit, want to enjoy your holiday, and then this happens to them. And like I said, Eli Roth kind of pushed the boundaries in the second one and made it even worse than the first, which was a really interesting thing, because I feel like, he could have kept it at the level that the first one was at, but that was bad enough, and I don't think it would have been as, I don't think I would have felt as angry with the second one if it was at the same level as the first, so yeah. So that's my very quick kind of talk about the second movie. But overall, Gore Week is going to be very fun. I don't know what anyone else is doing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was really long, like a big rant. But I tend to rant about films that I like. Films like this, I'm on two minds about. Sometimes I don't like films like this, like the sequels, or films that are just deliberately try to be touched upon. But to be fair, the first one's not that much porn in it. it's slight, like kind of nudity and stuff, but it's not, you know, it's not like the saucy clothes or anything like that, you know. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. You guys are probably bored enough, but yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys, thanks for watching.